One of the big reasons we want to talk about negative numbers when we're doing algebra is that it turns out that addition and subtraction are really the same thing once negative numbers come into play. In particular, the subtraction expression a minus b can always be rewritten as the addition expression a plus the opposite of b. To see why, let's take a moment and look at pictures of a subtraction and an addition with a negative number. Here's a picture of 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 represents the directed distance from 3 to 5. When we say that 5 minus 3 is positive 2, we mean if we start from 3 and go to 5, that means that we go 2 to the right. On the other hand, let's consider 5 plus negative 3. 5 plus negative 3 asks us, what happens if we go 5 to the right and then 3 to the left? When we combine those two steps, the net effect is to go 2 to the right. 5 plus negative 3 is also positive 2. Looking at the picture on the left, we can draw in 5 again. We can draw in 3 again, this time pointing to the right. We see that positive 2 is the difference. But notice, if you look at these two pictures, the pictures look the same. They've just been rearranged. Now, when we have a little bit more algebra language for this, we'll be able to justify it a little bit more clearly. Now, with a few more of the tools of algebra, we'll be able to justify this a little bit more clearly. But for the moment, it will be enough to know that we can rewrite any subtraction expression as an addition expression. We can do this if we're subtracting positive numbers. Here, the first expression is probably easier to evaluate. We get positive 3. We can do this if we're subtracting positive numbers, but the larger number comes second. Here we have opposite signs, so we subtract. The sign matches the negative 7. We can do this if we're subtracting a positive minus a negative. Keep in mind the opposite of negative 4 is 4, so this is positive 11. We can do this if we're subtracting a negative minus a positive. Here we have the same signs, so we add, but now the sign's going to be negative. And last but not least, we can do this with a negative minus a negative. Opposite signs, so we subtract. The sign matches the negative 7. Or in the other order, again, opposite signs, we subtract. The sign matches the positive 7. Anytime we see subtraction, it can always be rewritten as adding the opposite. And that will turn out to be useful because addition has many nice properties we'll want to take advantage of.